Open your eyes and look inside. The very thing they try to kill is what they can't divide. When will they realize? They can't pop like us. They can't talk like us. They ain't cut from the same cloth like us. I introduced to you two cool dudes who added some beauty to the crew. So everything you saw and what you knew is obsolete. So just hop on the path. You know we gonna make it last. I introduced to you the Triggered Podcast. This episode is brought to you by Brock's Candy Corn. You can find it in your local grocery store.
He thought about
mom and pop shop.
He thought about how he wasn't gonna have to worry about sharing.
All my people out there that loves this wonderful, wonderful yearly just treat. Find it in your local grocery store. Use the code CHOPS to receive 0% off. You ain't gonna get nothing off, but use this code.
They might charge you extra for buying that bullshit.
What's that mean when you're like, how do you eat your cornbread and it's face down in the trash?
In the
That's
trash.
how you eat your candy corn.
That is.
No doubt.
Y'all know what y'all missing, man.
I don't even know what it's made out of.
You eat it with
It
peanuts?
look appetizing.
Do you couple it with peanuts?
Some people
Like,
do. I don't. I just eat it
just
by
eat it
itself.
That make it even
plain
worse.
and raw.
That bag will be gone probably by 4 o'clock.
That make it even worse.
Yeah, it'll be gone by 4.
You don't even add nothing to it to make it even
Right.
look better.
To make it even
Look better. It's
palatable.
It's amazing. Y'all just nobody in my house. I promise
So
you.
that's your own personal snack. You ain't got to worry about nobody eating.
Nobody eats.
Chops, exactly what day is your birthday?
The 25th.
Yep. I'm going ahead and make you a little basket. Yeah,
Yeah, I might
be able to find it.
It's 25th of October, right?
September.
September.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
I might make it a
Oh,
candy
so
corn
yeah,
thing.
there we go.
Okay,
So
well,
we gonna be
candy
going out
corn
for your
thing.
birthday then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, wait.
Don't you got a wedding?
Uh-oh.
I got a wedding on the 22nd.
I'm going to be out of
okay.
town on your birthday.
It's on the Wednesday. My birthday on a Wednesday.
Okay.
She gonna be in school.
No, my daughter, they homecoming. It's
Okay.
that whole week. But I won't be gone.
Yeah, if I do something, because I'm still on the, I was telling him, I'm on the fence. I think I'm going to do something for my birthday, but if I do it, it would be after my birthday, like on the 28th.
No. Do it before.
I
'Cause I won't
can't.
be here.
But I had to do it on the 28th because there's a whole bunch of people that going to be there the weekend before.
I won't be here on the 28th.
Oh, ain't that awesome? You trying to get some of that young meat.
Or
Then
not.
college, yeah.
No. Listen, figure it's going to be fun because both my daughters.
You already look like you in college. And you are in college. So it actually,
That's accurate.
You know what I'm saying? Go on down there to HBCU, you know what I'm saying?
You know, me and my cousin was having to talk about this. So we was at Arts Beats and Lyrics, and she was asking me, like, her and her husband, they was asking me, like, what's the youngest that I would date? And I was like, well, I'm 42. So I'm like, the youngest I would date would probably be like 35, 36. But then they was like, what if he's like a very mature, like 30-year-old? And I'm like, I'd be a whole cougar.
You're a fucking cradle robber is what you are.
My mommy just got back from vacation. And they went on a bunch of couples went, and it was a 70-year-old lady, and her husband was 58. You know, so and it was the first time she's ever first time married at 70.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I feel like
My neighbor across the street from me, her husband, he passed away, but they 30 years apart.
I feel like
Oh wow!
Yeah, he
I
died
feel
at
like that's
Damn,
right.
man, go get me a little young one. How old? About 64.
about
Yeah,
yeah.
see, when he passed away, he was like 91, and she was like 60.
Oh well,
No, that's when he died. They've been married forever.
Oh,
So I think they was married when she was like 30. He was like 60.
I don't know, like if I would go like that young.
I don't think 30 is that
42
too.
and 30.
That's not that bad. If you would have said 25.
Well, you know what my thing
26.
was? What I was telling them was, I have both my daughters are in college.
Mhm.
What if I meet a dude and his daughter like 1?
Okay.
That's like
That's a
huge
serious
difference.
decision.
That's a serious
is.
decision for me. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, and don't
Okay.
get me wrong, like I love kids. Like I even thought about having another kid. Like when my sister had my niece, but then I met my niece and it changed my whole mind. But no, I love my niece. No, I love my niece. She's a sweetheart. But I just be thinking about that. Like that would be a big undertaking for me. Like literally, if I met a dude and he has like a 1-year-old, 2-year-old, my daughters are old enough to be their child's mother.
Yeah.
So
But I mean, but
that'd be huge. Like I'm at the age now. Don't get me wrong. Like knock on wood, I don't have no grandkids. I want my daughters to graduate college first, but I literally could be a grandma.
yeah.
Like Zaire is finna be 20 in November 1st.
And I guess so. I grew up around people like a couple of my partners. They sisters, my partner nephew and his brother like the same age.
That's how my daughter, her boyfriend and his nephew. His nephew is actually older than him.
Okay,
by like a week or two. They graduated together, everything.
And I know somebody else.
Stop a nigga from picking on your uncle.
Yep, I met a lady this weekend. Her son is the same age as her grandson. So she was pregnant at the same time with her oldest daughter.
Yeah, yep, I know somebody like that too.
Everybody
That's what kind of deterred
basically.
me. That kind of deterred me from having another kid too, because I was like, don't get me wrong, like I love my daughters, but that's a huge age difference. Like if I was to get pregnant right now today, my oldest daughter would literally about to be 21. But I
ain't worried about the age difference. Sometimes I'm worried about starting.
Yeah, that would be me.
Over.
Yeah.
Baby, let's start over.
Hell the fuck no. We just gonna wait a couple of more years until we grandparents. Ain't no more.
The only way I would start over would be like if I did get married and my husband didn't have any children of his own and he wanted another kid. I would do that.
Y'all know where I
tell that nigga all the stories of your children.
I know.
I always want more.
We know where you
I know.
stand.
Well, if Cece was down, I would have another baby right now. Like, for real.
Man.
Yeah, but I would have to be married. Like I tell people all the time, like I did the single mom thing. I think I kind of aced it. I don't need to do it again.
Yeah, say
I
read
don't
the
need
book.
to run it back.
Yeah, that's what's
I don't need them to do a sequel. But
Gotcha.
yeah.
I will say, in my later years, I probably say I regret not having more kids.
Did you ever have a number that you like in your heart? Like, I want 3 kids, 4
None.
kids?
I didn't want any. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like as I get older, I'm like,
Oh, I didn't
damn.
know that. Really?
Yeah, man.
Oh, okay.
Me and him,
Player for life,
we
nigga.
had this conversation before, and he was like, "I never wanted kids.
I mean,
He never wanted. I didn't want kids either, but I think mine was more so because of how I grew up, and no disrespect to my mom, like not that. It was more so because I was the youngest to my mother. I was the middle child to my father. So it's like I knew how it felt to be left out. I knew how it felt to be spoiled. Like I knew like all of those things.
That's called balance.
And I was kind of, I had kind of went through like a selfish phase. Like I more so didn't want to have kids because I like literally didn't want to have to worry about nobody else. Like it wasn't more so like, oh, the world. Because like my oldest daughter doesn't want kids. But she doesn't want kids because she has a fear that her kid's father will end up like her daddy.
Okay.
So she feel like if I don't have kids, I don't have to worry about that. Mine was just more so I was just being selfish. And when I got pregnant with my oldest daughter, like, well, we all friends. When I got pregnant, I had an abortion before I had my oldest daughter because I was
You
just
ain't
like,
wanna-
no,
yeah.
no. Then when I got pregnant with her, I kind of looked at it like, this is supposed to happen because I literally got pregnant like a month or 2 after I had the abortion.
Okay.
So I was like, oh.
She wasn't one
She
of them.
supposed to be here. So I had her, and then literally at her first birthday, I was pregnant with my youngest daughter.
Yeah. I wanted a daughter ever since I was 9 years old.
Oh wow.
I wanted boys.
This nigga was a baby and wanted a baby.
Wanted a
This is
baby.
a weird
I
nigga.
know, look, the more y'all get to know me, the more.
Did you ever play house? Jesus.
Yeah, I had a sister. Yeah. I used to play
I
house
don't
with
think
her
I did
friends
that
and
play
stuff.
house.
Yeah,
I
I used to
play
do
house
all
when I
that
was
stuff,
little.
man.
I ain't had nobody play with. It was
But
all boys.
I guess for me, like I love when it comes to kids. Like even now, I be getting y'all just know I be getting emotional at home probably like every other day just looking at my kids. Just every stage, I'm like, man, I done seen them go from this to this to this to this. Now
It
my
do be
daughter,
overwhelming.
she getting ready to. I can tell she probably start her period this year, even though she only 10. I can tell it's gonna be early. But just seeing her transition and her emotions, I just be amazed. Like that's why I want
How old is
kids.
she?
10.
Yeah, both my daughters started when they was 10.
Yeah, so I can tell it's coming, and so it's scary, but at the same time, I just love like even Jacob. He done lost his front teeth, and he remind me of remember the TV show The Parenthood, and the little chubby kid that had the teeth. Man, he remind me of him. But I just when it come to kids, like I always like that's why I was a stay at home dad for 3 years. Like when we had my daughter, Cece went back to work, and I left my job, and I just stayed home with her from when she was literally. Came home from the hospital till she started pre-K. And I loved it. Like
my brother-in-law, my sister and them, they sell cars, but for the most part,
I thought you was finna say crack.
Boy, I thought you
Me too.
Right.
I said, put me in.
It's the level of ignorance of it. No, but my
They getting
brother-in-law,
money.
like
Right.
they sell cars. Like my brother-in-law is like a Jamaican. He could do everything. He could install floors. He could do drywall. Like he literally could do everything. However, when he's at home, like if he's not here like selling a car, working on cars or whatever, at home he's a stay-at-home dad. And it's funny because I don't get me wrong, I love my sister. She's an awesome mom. I don't think my sister could be the stay-at-home mom.
Yeah.
Like my brother-in-law
Cece.
got.
Oh, it's not for everybody.
My
It's definitely
brother-in-law
not.
got-
It's definitely
That's a
not.
full-time job.
Hey,
Like-
and more.
absolutely.
So
He got it down.
Yeah.
He got it down to a science. Like even right now, he's going to school. He has my 3-year-old niece at home with him. He's still getting his classes done, taking care of her. Look at the time. Oh, time to go pick everybody up from school.
Yeah.
When my oldest daughter was there, he was running her to. He was taking everybody to their doctor's appointments, taking everybody here. Like I think that's one of the reasons why now him and my oldest daughter are like this. Like he even gave her just yesterday. He gave her his
They
car.
always had that type of bond, though, didn't they?
You know what? It was weird because when they were living here, my youngest daughter was closest to him.
Oh, okay.
Like they always been close. Like he was always very active in their lives. Like as far as like knowing like their fathers are not around. Even with my nephew. So he would take them like to little like construction classes or like, you know what I'm saying, just trying to teach them stuff. Would tell them stories about how he grew up, like what not to do or whatever. So they all each already had like a bond with them. But it was when she went to go. And then plus after everything that happened. So
That's
then,
where I was going.
Yeah, after everything that happened, when she went to go live with him.
He
You
kind
know,
of became more protective of
Because
her.
at first it was just one of the things where she didn't want to like really. I ain't gonna say she never was disrespectful to him, but it was kind of like she kind of was looking at him like, "Oh, you ain't my daddy." And then it got to the point where she was like, "Yeah, that's my dad."
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, her real daddy hate that shit, but she don't
Hey,
care.
it is what it is.
Because her mind frame is more so like, my brother-in-law taught her everything.
Yeah, what are you doing?
That he should did like took her driving. He just like he literally just gave her his car, so she'd be able to have a ride to and from work. Or she started work today.
Okay.
He was like he gave her his car and everything for her to get to and from work. There ain't a lot of uncles that's gonna do that.
Okay, look. So no face, Jo. My question is,
Uh-oh.
what are you all's thoughts with an S? My bad. On what if? Have you ever thought about what if a situation happened and you had to like adopt a young family member? You know, whether it be by death or you know what I'm saying, tragedy or something. Have you ever thought about that? Would you do it? And is it an age limit? Like, hey, I ain't taking no 1-year-old, but I take, or I ain't taking no 16. You know what I'm saying? Because I be thinking about me and Cece talk about that stuff. What if something happened to somebody close? Would we be the ones to be like, you know what?
I've thought about it. Something I dread. So something I definitely wouldn't want to do. So
Okay.
I'll say that first. Age, that's tough because you don't want an infant.
You don't want no
And you
teenager.
definitely don't want a teenager. I think it would have to be around a good 6 to 8.
Okay.
That would be ideal.
I did, yeah.
Like a
Yeah.
family member kid or just a.
Just whatever, hypothetically, whoever he said, whatever it ends up being. But I would say the ideal age for me, I would say would be 6 to 8 years old.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good number. Like, I ain't gonna lie, my sister and them had a difficult time with my daughter at first because they never had a teenager. They literally went from having how old was my niece? Like a 19-year-old, like a 7 and 8-year-old to now, boom, I got a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
So like my daughter would close the door to her room. My sister was like, we don't close doors and this, blah, blah, blah. And I was trying to explain to my sister, like, bro, no, like she's at that age, like she need her privacy. Like, you know, she wanted her privacy, however. But my sister she was like, hell no. Now all of that is different. But it's a big difference to go from a 8-year-old to boom. Here go a 15-year-old. Figure it out. Because I think at one point I'm pretty sure my daughter's life was in danger. 100% sure. Okay?
Damn.
We just say she's lucky to be here.
For me, my preference would be younger, because then it's easier for you to mold them into what you expect out of your household.
Like baby young?
I mean,
like 4
if
or 5.
even 4 or 5 is a little older, because at that point, either they're unruly already and you're going to have a struggle to get them to, what's acceptable for your home. So if I had a choice, I would prefer even infancy, though it would be harder in the beginning. But you are molding that child from the start. So you don't have a lot of battles that you may have with a 6, 7,
True.
8-year-old. Because I don't like bad kids. So if the kid is bad at 6 and 8, I'm sorry. I don't think it.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
In
you
my
can-
story,
you can
I don't
play
fuck with
so-
bad kids, so they had to be cool either way. Yeah.
You know,
Okay,
so
okay.
my preference would be younger. So,
I think
if I
mine
had
would
to-
be younger too. Or it like hard to say, like, like if something happened with like my sisters or something like that. Like my nephew finna be 17. I know he's finna be 17, and he, like, I understand he's a teenager, but that's my nephew. I know him. So I
Right.
know how he is. I
Yeah.
know how he's been raised. So I think a lot of that kind of make a difference.
Okay.
But like if you just get a kid, like I never want to see like a kid homeless or something. Like if it's one
Right.
of my friends or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
I would, do my best like to take them in. But don't make me your first choice.
And the reason why I asked it, because I don't think I told you this. A short period of time, me and my sister stayed at Annie Malone home. And so we seen a lot of kids.
Yeah, I don't know if we ever talked
And-
about that.
Oh, okay.
I don't think we
Yeah,
did.
so we seen a lot of, we was young. And when we was at Annie Malone home, I never forget. Man, we had to eat dinner at the table. It was like 30 kids. But they taught us how to pass the butter, pass the sugar. Taught us things. But it was so many different ages, because it was 17, it was 6-year-olds there, and we all had to learn how to make a bed. It was crazy. Like, and we would separate the boys and the girls, but it always make me think of like a lot of them kids, they ain't have nobody. Like, and they came some, from fires. You know what I'm saying? My bad, bro.
No, you good.
Parents died, in a fire. Some of them parents was on drugs, just different things, and then they just kind of left to just me reflecting back. It's like, even in the Annie Malone home, it's probably like 4 adults to 30 kids. So they don't have the time and the resources to make sure every kid, got
the
whatever
attention
they
they
need.
need.
So a lot of them fell through the cracks. So I be thinking about that stuff like, dang, even if such and such kid bad, if they went to not saying that, I think Annie Malone home was a great place, but at the same time, is that like, hey, that's it for them. If you don't take them, they finna go here and, blah, 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 blah. So for us, I would say, because me and my sister went, it was a great experience. I ain't gonna lie, when we was in Annie Malone home, it was a real short time. So we went like there for a long time. That's a whole nother story. My daddy didn't even know. Crazy enough. My daddy
Oh,
like,
wow.
y'all went where?
Damn,
I told you my mama had
Then
some.
when I tell you like good questions, it's popping in my head.
Yeah, my mom just had some. Look, my mom just had some issues. She literally just dropped us off one day. Like,
Yeah,
no
Oh,
lie.
like-
she dropped
she be like,
y'all
"I'll be
off.
back." Like, I'll be right back.
I think my mom had a
kind of
had
relinquished
a history of
parental-
mental issues. So just from what I remember, she was like, "Hey, y'all finna go over here for the weekend." But we didn't know literally. They was like, "Hey, how you doing?" And came and showed me to my room. And then my sister went somewhere else. And then I used to see her doing dinner. When we ate, I would see her, and then like recreation. But we ain't never know what was going on.
Like how long was y'all there?
I don't know. I don't know. It wasn't
We
like
got questions.
it was because it was. I mean, it happens. I couldn't have been like no months or nothing like that. Because by the time I got settled, I remember she just came back and got us. Like literally, like
You
we
think
was
it
there
was
for.
something like she just needed a break? She was going through
I
like
think that's
something
maybe what she
mental?
said. But we had a daddy that was in our life. That's what my daddy was like.
That's why I'm
What?
saying,
Nah, listen.
Hits.
I'm,
See,
I
yeah,
ain't
he
gonna lie.
was.
If I was your daddy, I probably would
He
have
was mad.
I would have.
I mean, he was. They had all kind of. They had all kind of issues. But that's what I'm saying. But from our perspective, we ain't.
Yeah, it was
we
just on break.
Yeah, it was like, what in the world? It was like it was a shock though, because we went from. We was kind of. I ain't gonna say we was unruly with my mama, but we didn't have structure. And then when we went to Annie Malone.
All
They had
structure.
Oh man, that's all it was. And I was
was-
like, there was these older boys that was trying to teach me how to, you know, this is what you do. This is how you make your bed. This time you got to go to sleep. No TV in the room. And I'm just like, what? And so by the time we wrapped our heads around, you know, day after day, okay, this
She
is
came
kind of,
back.
all of a sudden they was just like, your mom's here.
So, wow.
And we
Did
had
any
to-
what you learned there? Did you take it back home, or once you got back home, it was,
I would say,
she was back in-
I think we was back. I think it didn't have a good effect on the short end, but long term it did, because like I say, like for us, it stuff happened so fast, our brains couldn't compute. Well, I can't speak for my sister. I couldn't compute really what was like, what in the world. And then it just came up in conversation with my daddy, because we used to go to my dad's house every weekend. And I guess he didn't see us like for 2 weekends or something. He's like, where y'all at? We was like, oh, we was at Annie Malone. He like, y'all was what? And, you know, as kids, we just, yeah, you know, we went here, we slept here, we slept in this. He like, what? Look, anyway, that's a whole nother. So I'm saying that to say, I always have a soft. That's probably why I love kids and stuff, because I always have a soft spot for the kids that are just overlooked, abused, misused, and I always know sometimes they're just one opportunity away. Sometimes from, you know,
See,
a different path.
My
Yeah.
fear with that is, like, let's say you foster a child or whatever. And, like, I use my sister for an example, because I asked her, would she ever be a foster parent? And she said no. And it kind of surprised me. But her reasoning was behind it was, I have younger kids in the house. And I don't know
what they got
what
going
they
on.
got
habits
going
they've
on.
already
Absolutely.
developed.
Yeah. And I had never thought about that for her, but I'm like, she got a point. Like, especially if you get, like, my niece is 3.
Yeah.
And they want you to foster like a 12, 13-year-old. Kind of like,
Yeah, nah,
you know what I'm
that's a
saying?
no-go.
Like, yeah.
That's a no-go.
Yeah.
Look, because, and like you said, because then a lot of them then came from being molested and all that type of stuff. But yeah, it's but I always just think about that. Like, what if, I don't even mean just family. What if one of your homegirls who got young kids, God forbid something happened, and they like, okay, if you don't take her, she gonna go here. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dang, do I really want them to go through the system? You know what I'm saying? Because that system can mess you up even more. But some kids, I ain't gonna lie, they need, look, some of them need.
That's what I
that
said.
system.
Like, if it was like one of my friends, like, I would definitely take the kid in. However, do not make me the first choice. Because even still, like, even with my best friend Aisha, I know her. I know how she raised her boys, but I've never been in the house with them like that. I don't know, like, what go on, like, behind closed doors and stuff. So I could say, like, I take them like them my nephews. I love them. However, your grandmother and your uncles are going to know. They should know, you know what I'm saying? Like, that side of it a little bit more than I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll always be the TT that's going to pop up and help take them wherever they need to go or whatever. But, yeah, if it's other choices before me, go with them other choices.
So, question for y'all.
Yep.
Okay, so we're talking about trying to prevent kids from going into the system. What do you think about unruly kids that possibly need to go into the system? What would be your breaking point where you get to the point where you're like, I can't do anything. I can't handle this kid. This kid is whatever, you know, whatever it is, disrespectful, rebellious, or whatever it is. At what point do you relinquish your parental rights and ask for help through the system?
When I no longer feel safe for me or whoever else is in my house, and I feel like I would do something that would cross the line to my kid. If I ever feel like that, then and this is my house, so I ain't leaving. Look, you got to go because
that makes sense.
Yeah, I think mine would be if my other children don't feel safe.
You need to release it.
Release it?
Because
Like,
I can't type whatever you're doing.
If my other children don't feel safe in the home or don't feel comfortable in the home.
Yeah.
Because now one thing about me is I'm a very non-confrontational person, but I don't run from confrontation. So if a kid big enough to walk to me like they want to fight, we'll fight. But
look at you.
If I'm so serious, but because I'm
kid up.
I'll do whatever I have to do to try to avoid the confrontation and like talk to them or whatever. But I'm never gonna let you think or let you know that I'm scared of you. That's just
Right,
never finna happen. I'm never gonna let you think like you got the upper hand on me. And
Well,
you
yeah,
a
never
whole
let them
child.
see you sweat.
Yeah.
But if it's at the point like where my other children they don't feel safe, you know what I'm saying, or they have a fear of being around you, or a fear of you taking their things out, whatever, that's what's gonna have to come to a point. Because your home is supposed to be a place of peace. I can't have my other children at home and they can't sleep, you know what I'm saying, because they scared out, whatever. You gonna have to go. Like, of course, I don't never want to get it to that point. So if I have to like try like scare it straight, all this, like I'll go through all those things first before I just be like, you know what, bro, you out of here.
Okay.
So when you set your wits in, you don't know what scenario may cause that, but you know when you are. So I can't say what it would be, but at some point you know when you're tired, when you felt like you've exhausted all of your possibilities, and it's time. Hey, I can't do nothing else for you, but you can no longer stay here.
Yeah, I'm one of the people that don't believe that you know how people always be like, no, that child need to be at home. That's the best place for him. I don't think that. Okay. I do not think that the best place for a child is always at home. Yeah. It might not be. Like, like I'll use my daughter for an example. She had a lot of mental things going on. I love her to death, and she can always come home. But at that moment, she did not need to be here. And I let her make that decision for herself. And look, now she's in college. She's doing good for herself. Had I made her stay here, like, no, you stay with me, I don't even think she would have graduated high school, honestly. Okay. I think it would have been a whole struggle for her because St. Louis just was mentally draining for her. She was not happy here. So I sent her, well, I ain't gonna say I sent her because she asked to go. I allowed her to go with my sister and be in a different environment. And it helped her.
As her mom, what made you get to that point to allow her, I don't want to say allow her to make the decision, but I guess open your mind up enough to understand that one, she could possibly have a say, and two, what she has to say may be valuable enough for me to allow it to.
That's a good question. For everybody that's listening that don't know what happened when I saved
No, we ain't got to go on that. No, just tell me what made you.
I think it was just more so because when she came to me about it, just the way she was talking to me, it was like even though she was only like 12, I think she was like 12. No, it happened when she was 12. So she probably was like 12, 13, something like that. I could tell that she had thought about it for a while.
So she was able to effectively articulate her thoughts to you?
And she had already had conversations with my sister about it. Okay. However, my sister was like, I'm not going to discuss this with your mother. This is something that you need to do for yourself. So
in terms of the move?
Yeah. Okay. So when she came and talked to me about it, she was just very much so like, mommy. What was her? She said, mommy, when TT moved to Florida, would you be mad if I wanted to go with her?
Okay.
And I kind of thought about it for a second, and I was like, no, why? And then I asked her. Now, it was funny because when she brought it up, we're in my sister's kitchen. My sister is standing behind her. I guess my sister didn't know she was finna do it right then and there.
Oh, wow.
So when she said that, I look up, and my sister's eyes was like, oh, shit. So I'm like, well, what you mean? So she just kind of broke it down like, I just don't want to be here no more. And like not like on earth, but just like I don't.
It's an environment.
And then she was going through a thing like where she had a fear of like seeing him or like seeing his family. And it had actually came to fruition a couple times. Like it was one time she was in Target with her friend and she seen him and his mom and his sister was like mean mugging her. Yeah. She goes to the dollar store with my mom. Y'all know St. Louis is small. She goes to the dollar store one day with my mom and she see them in the dollar store. So her mind frame was more so
out of sight, out of mind.
I don't have to worry about seeing them if I'm not here.
Right, then you can heal, you can move forward.
Exactly. And I 100% understood that because I had went through the same situation, but I was only 5, you know what I'm saying? She was 12, gotcha. So she was able to articulate it much better than I could have. And then I knew, like me and my sister had always said when we had kids that we would raise our kids like sister and brother. So it was like one of the things I knew my sister and my brother-in-law would take excellent care of her.
Okay.
probably better than me. And then I knew her going with them would put her in a 2-parent household.
Okay.
And you know, sometimes like your kids like Zaire has like a subconscious memory of me and her dad being together. My youngest daughter doesn't have that. So I feel like if me and her daddy got back together, she probably would lose her shit. Like, what the fuck's going on here? You know what I'm saying? But Zaire has like a subconscious memory of a 2-parent home. So by her going to live with my sister, like I said, it was a struggle in the beginning just because it was a learning process for everybody. But now,
Okay.
So
she's straight.
2-parent households, that's typically the goal for people. How do y'all feel about 2-parent households that are probably more unhealthy for a child than a 1-parent household? Because there are situations where you got the 2 parents in the house and it's just
horrible.
a fucked up situation and it bruises the child. It, you know, all they create all types of traumas, it's types of things that they see and everything where it may not even be the best situation for the child.
I don't
So it's kind of like
staying in.
You just need to stay in a healthy house. You just need to be in a healthy household.
If it's a healthy
I think that should be more of the promotion, a healthy household.
Because like
hopefully it should
But
be
then what's
2-parent
that?
healthy, but yeah.
I mean, like of course, like a 2-parent household is always the goal, but sometimes that ain't it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then people have like this label, like, oh, the mother and the father is in the house. Like they have this thing as this is what a family is, but that's not always the case. My family may be me, my mom, and my kid. You know what I'm saying? Like this may be my 2-parent household. It doesn't have to be a mother and a father. In my uncle case, it's a father, and a son. But my nephew is going to UCLA, like he's doing great. You know what I'm saying? So that picture that like society paint that like, oh, they need their mama, they need their daddy. I don't think that's always true. Your 2-parent household may be your uncle or your sister.
I would say I think you do need a mother and a father, but they both have to be healthy because I do feel like as a woman, there's certain stuff in you that your child needs, and as a man.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And so I think me and you talked about this, bro. Like on the flip side, some people might get mad, but I don't. A woman cannot raise a boy to be a man. I don't care how good you are. I don't care, you know, boys who just raised by their mama, they love their mama. But there are certain things, there are certain ways, there are certain habits, there are certain things that me as a man that I know how to deal with the boy. If that makes any sense.
It makes sense.
Vice versa. So you get a lot of dudes out here that mothers are great. They was there for them their whole life, but they still didn't raise you to be you. They can't raise you to be a man. You get what I'm saying? And vice versa. Like I can be there for my daughter, and I think I'll be a great parent. But there's certain things that when she becomes a young lady, young girl, young woman, she gonna need hopefully her mama, but some type of a woman. Because this is a whole nother topic, bro. But like it's a lot of cats out here, man. Y'all been raised by y'all mama, and we can tell. And we can tell for real. Like
true,
niggas got their mama's way.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, there you go. That's like because you pick up.
You become a product of your environment.
your environment.
Yeah, I
yeah,
think
like,
that's true, but then there's also like that other side of it, like where it's not necessarily a choice in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the daddy just don't want to be around, or he just physically can't be around. So that's when that mom, like, I don't have boys, so I can't sit up here and talk like from a boy mom perspective. But like looking at my friends that have boys, I really see them trying very hard to teach them how to be men. Do I think it would be better if they had like some sort of a male figure around to kind of show them things? I 100% agree with. However, I know like a lot of single moms out here that did a damn good job.
And well, it's not to say that they don't do a good job, but it is basically impossible. Even if you see characteristics or things that you feel like a man should, does, and would do, instinctually, there are just things that one gender cannot transfer to the opposite sex.
Yeah, and a lot of people may not agree with that, but that's the truth. Like it, and like I was saying, and it's vice versa as well. It's like think about it like this. Dang, I just had it. Like think about your girls. I've dated like girls who was just raised by their daddy, and I could tell.
That's
ain't
not
a good thing.
Aisha. My friend Aisha was
it's not always a good thing. So you could tell where she lacks. You lacked having a mother, and it shows in your behavior in these different types of ways.
Very, what's the word?
Aggressive?
No, not aggressive.
Callous?
kinda, and she's very. It's very hard for her emotions. She does not lead by emotion. You know, as women, sometimes we tend to be very emotional.
We
You know what I'm
logical.
saying? We may make decisions based off our emotions or whatever. Not all women, but a lot of women. I know I'm one of those women. Aisha is very, like, straightforward. Like, she could be in love with you today.
Yeah.
You say some shit she don't like today, she ain't calling you tomorrow. And she ain't gonna feel no type of way about it.
Yeah,
like, she's very much, I'm out.
Now watch what you saying though. This is what me and him talking about though. And you got dudes out here. I can tell you been raised by your mama because you got the same. You led by your emotions. You don't use logic. Nobody, because it's some like I'm gonna use me as an example. I was raised by a single mother when my parents got a divorce. From the time I was 4 till I moved with my pops at 13.
Okay.
That's the best thing that ever happened to me because my mama did what she could. But I needed that man to get me together because I was very, it's still some traits in me now that I can tell is from when I was just living with my mama.
Right.
My dad was able to come in and balance a whole lot of stuff. Hey, bro, you ain't finna whatever. It was hard at first. So back to kind of the original point, like you said, they took me in as a teenager.
Oh, yeah.
And I already had my ways, my personality, but my dad wasn't a back down type person. So he was able to balance me out with things that made me the man I am. I feel like if I had stayed living with my mama, I should be one of these.
You know, that's one of the things, like with what he said, you have to have that balance because I do know some dudes that, like, they don't have any emotion. You know what I'm saying? Just emotion. Somebody could die and they like, like, yo, daddy died. I can't cry. I can't do this. I feel like that's a little too hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to have some emotion. Like, their love and stuff that you feel for your kids or whatever. That's like, it's hard to explain it, but it's like like Kevin Gates said it in the interview. You can't be hard all the time. He was like, dudes walk around like they too hard for themselves. Like they don't.
Ain't that how
they
he
don't
walk
show
around?
like no.
I'm just saying, every example of him is what he's saying.
Let's talk about the old Kevin Gates, not this new one. I don't know what this new one got going on. But like he was just saying that, like, he was talking, you walk around like hard all the time. He was like, are you hard with your kids? Are you hard with your... That's what he said. He was like, are you hard?
I was talking about him.
He was like, are you hard with your kids? Like, are you hard when you...
No, sir.
Don't nobody want that.
I'm just saying, I had something for it. Okay.
I'm about to call the police for you.
Let me put these back there.
But it's like, I think you have to have, like, that balance.
Yeah.
Like, you can't be... Like, I do understand that some situations do call for logic. They do. But like in your case, like if you're dealing with your daughter, like something is going on with her feelings are hurt, you can't come into that with logic. You're going to have to come into that with some emotion so you can understand where she's coming from.
Yeah. And
so it's definitely a balance.
That's why my daddy and my sister clash, because he's straight logic. She's straight emotion. And he don't know how to... You know what I'm saying?
As a parent, it took me a long time.
Yeah.
But it didn't take me a long... Well, it took me a long time, I guess, in perspective of her life, but I had to learn that I couldn't be the hard parent all the time. I eventually realized the disconnect that it had created.
Yeah,
like I still fight back toward where we were to this day.
Yeah, it's a whole. I call it patty cake, man. It'd be like with my daughter. I had to do a bunch of patty cake. When I really just want to get to the meat and potatoes, I gotta
just wait till she.
You gotta find how to put the medicine in the candy. That's
all.
You
know what I'm saying.
You gotta just wait. This is nothing. Just wait till she get older. Cause like with my youngest daughter, like he knows her. He's been around her. He knows how she operates. She'll sit up. She could laugh and joke with you. She's extremely sarcastic. On one hand, she could think very logically, but as soon as something happened that her feelings are hurt,
it's all emotion.
That logic 100% goes out the window. Like I'm straight having to console her. Like I have to go from being that logical, trying to be the logical mom to being that mom where it's like, okay, what's wrong? Come sit on my lap. Like come tell me what's wrong. It's like knowing how to turn that off and on, because if I come to her like, fuck you crying for,
yeah,
that's not going to help her. deal
got
with
you.
whatever she's going through at that time. Even with my oldest daughter, she don't hug, she don't kiss, like she does none of those things. But if you say or do something that she don't like, she ain't gonna cry in front of you. But when she get home,
She gonna
the
cry in the
waterworks
car, huh?
is on. Like she is going to be hysterical.
Yeah.
Logic goes out the window. Even sometimes, like I can't even come to her from an emotional point. Like I just gotta let her go in the room and get it out, and then I have to go in there and be like, "Okay, are you ready to talk now?" Because she ain't hearing nothing I'm saying. So it's like it'd be a hard balance.
Well, speaking of them, go ahead, bro.
No, I was just gonna close out on what she said. Well, listening to her and then kind of me and everybody else, I think it's just more important about knowing your audience. It's just like learning somebody, like one style of whatever it is, parenting, comforting, guiding, whatever it is, one style doesn't work. And the biggest mistake that a lot of people make is they focus on their message being received versus the correct way to deliver the message to the receiver.
That's true.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, speaking of emotions, did we get emotional in Vegas? Bestie, nothing.
My wife a G, man. She
Oh yeah,
don't-
the way you look at me. Look, you look
I
at
don't,
me
deal,
like
I don't,
said
I don't
something
deal
that
well
you
with
like.
emotional women. I don't like emotional women.
Oh, for real? Okay. Also, you're not really emotional.
But you my friend,
Really?
nigga, I'm emotional. I don't never show it to you though.
Yeah,
Whatever.
you be cool. I know how to deal with it. But I'm just saying, like somebody to be with, I could never be with an over emotional, illogical, irrational, impulsive woman. That's
Now,
just
one
not my
thing
style.
I've learned about you is you do seem you come across, like, as long as I've been around you. How many years? It's been a minute.
It's been a while.
You've always been,
Even killed.
yeah, very.
All the time.
I like consistency.
I've never seen her I've never heard her raise her voice, which I know you probably have. I've never heard her raise her voice.
Have you ever heard her talk?
Nigga, fuck
She
you.
speak like she was raised in a helicopter.
I never heard her raise her voice.
He gets on my nerves.
I said I've never seen anybody, whether it be in person or on any type of social media app, that take her out her body. She's still going to be the exact same person.
And you've
no matter
always
what.
been like that?
Yeah.
Is it just?
I mean, it was
you
the time she was
raised
kicking
like
doors
that?
in and
No,
shit.
I mean,
Or
that was an accident.
Whatever.
I don't think I was. No, I wasn't raised, in a household that was emotionless. Like my mother cries on the stories. She's watching Victor Newman. She cries on the stories. So
Victor Newman is
no, I
real
don't know.
MVP.
It's just I've just always been like that.
Janiyah is
Nothing
like her.
specific. Yeah, I have.
That's the oldest or the
my
youngest?
my youngest
The youngest.
daughter is like me.
oldest
My
one,
oldest one
polar
is polar opposite. Like she's very logical. However, she's
Super
very
emotional.
she's very emotional. So like
She
those
sound like me.
those.
She a Gemini.
No, she's a Libra.
She sound like me. I could be
It's
extremely
Libra.
logical.
It's right at the end of the Libra.
Now my youngest is a Gemini. But I forgot where I was going. But no, yeah, it's just I can maybe count on my hand how many times I've cried or and,
are you serious?
oh, absolutely. I'm not very.
What?
I'm not a.
That's how she
crier.
won.
And then on the flip side of that, I'm
What
not a
about
person
you?
like all my emotion. This is my
Anger.
emotion. If I'm angry for 2 minutes and I'm over it.
The anger is my
No, I'm
own.
talking about
Yeah.
you.
You
ain't
know,
crying.
he said that
You not
before.
young cry for
He
real?
said before that when you're upset about something, she is like, give her a couple of minutes and she's over it.
And right, and he's the complete opposite.
Oh,
like
yeah.
he can
You gotta
hold
fix
on
it.
to something.
You just gotta fix it. That's the only thing.
He can hold on to something for a week, and then me, and even if when I'm wrong, I'd be like, dang, he's not over this yet, and then that makes me angry, and I'd be like, I don't want to. Like, why are you still mad? Like, why? Like, why are you still mad?
Okay, when I get angry, it's because depending on what it is, most times I'm like, I figured you would. I don't want to say no better because that sounds wrong, but everything that I do, it's intentional, and the thought process of whatever it is, it always involves. Well, since we're talking about you, but it involves everyone else, so it involves you in whatever the decision that I'm making. So a lot of times when you ain't even, I didn't even come to my mind. That's the shit that frustrates me.
Normal things frustrate him.
So that's what I'm saying. Like normal shit, I figure she should know this.
But
That's what I'm saying.
No, but I'm saying if it doesn't, then it upsets him. Like when somebody asks a question, like, "Why are you asking me this stupid question?" Because I don't know. For instance, yesterday we were getting picked up by his mother. At the airport.
Okay.
And she went to the wrong place. But he was so angry because she was asking questions.
No.
Hold on.
Let me explain.
Wait, hold on.
Let her finish.
Let me finish. He said, I hate when she acts slow. Maybe she really isn't acting. Because he does the same thing to me. Like, why are you acting slow? I'm not acting slow. I really don't know what the hell it is you're talking about. And even though you can say come to Terminal 1, Gate 5, I may not know where that is. I can look at the sign, whatever, but you can't get angry because I don't understand what you're saying. And he makes it...
Right.
Can I
Go ahead.
interject for a moment? Saying is never the problem. It's how, and not how. It's not how, because that sounds too general. The tone and emotion is if like I'm wrong. I specifically told you verbatim, and then you acting like you mad at me. So yes, of course, I'm gonna be upset behind that. Like I just told you this. I texted to you. I told it to you. It's this, because I'm precise. Because when I do shit, like I just told you before, I think about everybody involved in the decisions that I make.
But how long do you be mad though?
I wasn't mad.
No. Like when he's mad, if something really triggers him, he's mad. And it
said forever.
It affects the whole house. My baby be like, "What's wrong with Jonas? It's tense around here." Like, so it's not like he's just mad. Like everybody's awkward in the space until he comes to not being upset
at that point.
anymore. You know, so.
What happens if it's never rectified? You just stay angry, or you eventually be like, man, whatever.
I try to figure out a way to
get over
it. Get it rectified.
Oh, that's
Because
it's probably usually me that prolongs it, because I'd be like, okay, just get over it already. And and he'd be like, nah, you need to fix it. Well, fix what?
But that's just the type of person I am.
And that's the type of person I am. So we could probably not be mad.
I think it's a part of my OCD because I like things the way that they are. Like if today was 100 degrees, cool.
Go like this.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
If today was 100 degrees, it's summertime. But if it's fucking 40, and I'm expecting, it's about.
And then he's angry.
Because I like things to go the way that they should go.
How dare the
because
sun.
I'm consistent. That was just a general example, but
No.
Seriously,
that's true story.
I like things to go the way that they're supposed to because I put effort all the time in making sure that they do for me and for everybody else. That's just me.
Charles, how you think it is with you and CC?
Well, I'm very emotional. That's why I say, like, I see.
Are you asking am I a crier? No.
We know that. You don't even introduce yourself when you do stuff.
That don't make me a crier or not. I'm not a. My dad raised me, so I'm just emotion.
Yeah, see,
I know it's anger. Unfortunately,
that's terrible. We're gonna work on that.
I have.
I'm a hybrid of both because my mama was extremely emotional. My dad is extremely logical. Oh man, y'all should see me. I would cry looking at Facebook videos. What man? I will cry. And first, the logical side being raised by my dad, I had suppressed it. I was a big crier as a kid. Moved in with my pops.
Yeah. See, my dad wasn't going for that.
Yeah.
Like when I think about him and not being here, I hear his voice. You doing all that crying for?
Yeah. You know
I
what
stopped
I'm saying?
immediately.
So for me, but over time, I've learned to embrace the releasing like crying. Like, man, I just cried the other day watching. It's probably fake.
Niggas
too.
watching my girl.
Man, I'm watching them.
Crying on Lion King.
Man, what you call them videos
I've never seen
where
You never seen that?
the soldiers come home and surprise they family? I just
yeah.
last night I was not
That
like
type of shit make me
but-
tear up.
Yeah, I be tearing though. Yeah,
I'm a good emotional type crier, but I'm not a bad. I mean, I don't even cry a lot, but I am. It tugs at my heartstrings. Shit like that.
Yeah, and then I get my
Tim, man, you do have a heart.
And then
I have one. Yeah.
I was playing.
It's just minimal.
Yeah, so
Jonas actually has the biggest heart.
No, I but
but
when we do be around each other, he's
kind.
Very
He's
sweet.
the word
very-
is kind.
he's very thoughtful.
kind.
You know,
and so he-
considerate, kind, thoughtful. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's just an asshole.
He's definitely one of my friends. Like when he asks me how I'm doing, I know it's not conversation. Like he really want to know how I'm doing.
And my other trait, bro, like you said, is anger. So that's why I'm always joking because I know
where it could go.
Man, like that's
we
why
talking about turning it up the other day.
No, not too many people have ever seen me get mad, but I internally get mad a lot. I've just learned how to be cool.
See, that's good
because I know like if I get mad, ain't no.
It's not a.
That's
It's no end point. So it's you're afraid of yourself.
Yeah, exactly. So I try not
to.
to. That's why I'm very, very intentional in trying to resolve, even if I'm wrong.
Okay.
I mean, even if I'm right, I'll take the high road and be wrong because I know if you stand on your issue and I know you wrong, I'm gonna get mad and then it's finna go. So for the sake of that, I just resolve. But yeah, I've gotten better. But yeah, there is no level 0.
Yeah.
If I'm mad,
it is what it is.
Yeah, I don't give a.
You were talking about your dad leading with logic and like the whole don't cry thing and the whole be tough type shit. I had the same thing with my father. So, being a product of your environment, that's the way I tried to raise my daughter. That's where I had to come back from. That type of shit. And letting her know it's okay to express emotion. But then the logical piece is, okay, why are you doing this? We're not going to... You just don't... Like, when you look at it like this. You don't cry because you don't get your way.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or don't let that emotion last. If you got, that's how you respond or whatever, but it is okay to cry. Just don't be a fucking cry baby. I think that was the thing. And that's kind of where I had the turning point where I had to figure out how to deal with her. And like I said, I still don't think she's comfortable with knowing this, whatever. Like I want you to express this, let's get it out because at the end of the day, I'm solution based. So I want to help you solve whatever it is. And a lot of the times the shit that she's going through, I try to explain to her, you are me. So I know what you're going through.
Yeah.
And me, I'm
cry baby.
No, I used to be. I'm not gonna lie. But it's like the older I get, the more I know how to control my emotions, and I'm very good at removing myself from a situation where not to feel like, if it's like, especially if it's towards anger, if I feel like somebody about to take me there, I can remove myself from a situation because
you're scared of yourself.
Very. Like I've blacked out before and tried to fight one of my mama neighbors. And like my sister, like literally physically had to hold me back from a lady. The lady called the police on me and everything. I've blacked out on their father before. So it's like, I know what can happen and I know I'll end up in jail. So I'm very good at, okay, see, that's what you finna do? I'm finna go ahead and go. Because I'll make you hate me. We could be best friends today. And if you keep poking me and poking me and poking me, I'm going to get to the point where I'm going to say or do something where you're going to look at me like,
that's
who is this? Like, who is this person? So I either just remove myself from a situation. That's why I'm not confrontational.
Yeah.
I don't want to sit up here and argue with nobody. I don't want to fight with nobody. I don't want to do any of those
nature.
I'm not confrontational because I know what will happen. Yeah. I know it's not I like it, and it's not even that I'm trying to act like I'm just this big bad person because it's nothing like that. It's just that I know where I'll take it. And this and I tell people all the time, like especially people that's like bothering me, I'm gonna take it somewhere that I can't walk it back. I ain't gonna be able to apologize, and for the most part, I'm not even gonna want to apologize. But it's like I know that our relationship will never be the same. So I just try to remove myself from it or whatever. That's why I just try to be happy.
I'm like Voltron too when it comes to anger. I've never seen this is what I mean by like me being emotional and then me having anger issues. Never seen you angry, right? But let's just say we out somewhere. Yeah. And something get him.
You going out us
where he
I'll
take.
Let's say
I ain't gonna hear it until whenever.
They might want to go the next time we go.
But let's say you get out of character, right, bro? And you upset, and he get to throwing stuff. We out somewhere. I'm Voltron. Guess what I'm finna do?
Transform to that.
I'm finna get. I'm on it too because that's my partner. So my emotion, I'm upset that he upset.
Yeah.
But since he's choosing to use anger,
Yeah, that's what-
I'm finna connect my anger.
See, that's what
You throw the tables, I'm gonna throw the chairs. You
That's
throw the
what my
bottles,
logic-
I'm throwing. You know, what I'm saying?
That's when my logic. That's when like my logic kick in, where I'd be like, you know what? Don't nobody want to go to jail. I don't wanna, like my logic will kick in like in that moment. Usually the only time that my logic does not kick in, because like I said, I am emotional. Usually the only time my logic does not kick in is when there's something to do with my children or like my
and that's
or
kinda
my money.
understandable. Yeah.
When it's my money,
my
I don't
children.
have no logic. There's no logic when it comes to my money and my kids. 'Cause
Mine
like,
is just
we've had conversations where I tell him I could take a lot of stuff, I could deal with a lot of stuff, I could ignore a lot of stuff. Don't play with my money.
Yeah.
Don't play.
Yeah, I
with
don't
my
play
money.
them games either. It's weird when I talk to other DJs and they tell me the stories they be the stories they tell me about the issues they be having with owners or promoters, and I'm like, man, I don't deal with that same type of
because
shit.
you ain't
nigga.
going for it.
Yeah, I'm like, I tell a motherfucker up front, because I know what people be on. I let motherfucker, I eliminate all possibilities early. Like I said when we were talking about women and doing crazy shit, I let them know early. All right, look, I ain't with all this shit. I got 2 crazy sisters, and I'm just gonna let you know. So let's not travel that road.
Yeah,
So kind of the same thing when I
yeah.
tell people I meet, I'm like, hey fam, kind of heard like what you were saying with blah 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 blah. That's not gonna fly. That I explain why it doesn't work for anybody, because I'm still you shouldn't do this anywhere, but you definitely not gonna do it to me. It's just the type of nigga, because I would want to handle it up front, because it just gets worse later on.
Playing with my money will literally, any relationship that we had, no matter how good the relationship was, the more you play with me about my money, the thinner and thinner that relationship is gonna get until it gets to the point where there is no relationship. Like the next point is gonna be, I'm finna have to fight you because you keep playing.
See,
with
when
me.
it comes, and my crazy thing, literally in my head, I think everybody can beat me up. I'm talking even y'all. So if I get into it, I fight. No, I'm serious. Like I fight like you can beat me up. So I got to prevent you from beating me up. Literally, I don't know if I developed that as a kid, but I literally be like, I think everybody can beat me up. So that's what makes me kind of more of a force when I fight, because I'm fighting for my life, so to speak.
So, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you. So you mentally preparing
I was
yourself
just sitting
to
there
black out.
like, Chuck,
Yeah.
who hurt you?
Man, look, I done had a roller coaster of
No, I'm just playing.
Nah, I know,
I'm
but,
like
hey,
that to a certain
yeah.
extent. Like I'm that
They
person.
can be 9.
where-
I'd be like, nah, this 9-year-old got me.
I'm that person where I could be in certain situations and don't realize like how dangerous it was or how crazy I was or even everything that could have happened to me until like after the fact. And I was like, damn, I could have died.
You sure y'all want one of these?
And chop.
If you
All
ask
right,
me
I'm
that-
sorry.
Worst
let's
type of
say
peer
that-
pressure ever, nigga. Nobody wants candy
Let me say
corn.
this, if you ask me that one more time, I'm going to assume you want to fight.
Yeah, see? I'm be like, let me get some. I'm gonna toss them right in the trash, nigga. He gonna be mad.
I'm gonna turn everything over. Hey,
Right.
podcast
They got to fight every night to prove my love for candy corn.
Why you only get one bag? I'm sure they had plenty.
He don't need no more. I tried to prevent
tried
him
to
from getting
prevent
a
the
donut
donut,
last
yeah.
night. He's like, I ain't had no Quick Trip donuts since, what was it, April or
Hey.
May? I say they nasty now. You
That
don't need
was
them.
funny as hell. He told me, no,
said, nah.
I was just trying
Man,
to keep
look.
you on track, my nigga. That's
I'm
it.
telling you, it's something wrong with me, because it always be, I be sitting in the bed.
That post made me
and I
want to
just
go
be
to Quick
sitting there, and
Trip.
then my brain would just be like, you ain't had a donut in a while.
That
And I'd be
post
like,
made
you
me-
know what?
That his post made me be like, damn, I should go get a donut.
See what I'm saying?
See,
Yeah, man.
This nigga's a bad influence.
Hey, I
didn't
really
go,
am.
though. I
Like,
didn't go. I didn't go.
I'd be
I'm
like,
proud of
damn. I'll tell her, damn, I'm feeling like chops. It's about 1 in the
One
morning.
thing,
I'm like, let's go ride somewhere.
Go ride somewhere.
One time we went. We were looking
Yeah.
for donuts. Went to like 3.
3 of y'all.
Three,
See,
and
I
we
just
still never found
never
them.
found. It's the
Yeah, I didn't go to Old Town.
Now we were
Yeah.
looking for the Quick Trip.
Quick
donuts.
Trip.
Quick Trip.
Because see,
Oh,
people
okay.
be trying to hate on them. Look, if you get them, First of all, I love cold donuts. I don't like Krispy Kreme. I never eat them. I hate hot donuts.
I think
I
Krispy
I gotta
Kreme
warm
donuts
up.
is
Yeah,
sweet.
we
I
warm
like
up.
No,
them.
I like them
Yeah.
cold. So you just gotta know. Oh, I thought you was digging them up. You see how I look at you? I thought you was
Gina is not
okay.
into eating.
Did y'all see? He was like,
Yeah, I'm like,
You for real?
oh, okay, we was about to do this. You know what I'm saying?
me
She said she ain't fucking with it.
So real quick, how was Vegas? You know, I know you said you was more like me.
Oh,
on some
Vegas.
solo type. How was it there that weekend?
Y'all
Was it
wasn't
packed?
there
Was
long
it
at
kinda-
all.
It
Wasn't
was.
packed?
I think it was packed just because it was Labor Day weekend. But
Okay.
personally, I didn't deal with a lot of that. So we got in. It was a really quick trip. It was kind of a
Right.
turnaround versus a hang out, kick it, and do a lot of shit.
Like for y'all wedding?
Well, but still, we did shit because we were there for a few more days. You know, at least for the
He
wedding.
was talking about for him.
Oh, for you.
It was a turnaround.
Oh yeah.
I was in and out.
So it was kind of I went down to Fremont where we went and had lunch.
Yeah.
I went to the place that we
Oh,
had
did
lunch
you?
at. I went there.
I like
Okay.
Fremont better than.
Me too.
The strip. Mhm.
I mean, in terms of
The strip
if I
is
want to
just
be
what you
around
do.
people,
It's just
I
it's
feel
all
like-
right there. It's
I feel like the
centralized.
strip is too commercial now.
I feel
if that
you.
makes sense.
I understand what you're saying. I can see what you mean. I like it because you just get to experience different things in different hotels. But the Fremont experience is a lot better because it's like everything's right there.
Mm.
It's kind of a Bourbon Street type deal, not in terms of theme, but accessibility and everything being around there. So, but we got in late the first night.
Right.
Shit, we was up about 24 hours, right?
Yeah.
So then we didn't eat till about 3 or 4. Then the next day she had to go with them. I slept in like a
Cute, that
motherfucker.
dress you had on, it was so pretty.
Oh, thank you.
So pretty.
And she was gone all day. So I went down there, got some food, went across the little way, got some liquor, got my Uber back to the room. I was working, doing some editing. I went to sleep. I woke up. She coming in, opening the fucking curtains. Bringing some, she
I'm
brought some
like,
food.
cause he was sleeping. I left. I had to tiptoe around so I won't wake him up. I get back. He's still asleep. I'm like,
Not
bro.
still. It was just
but
again.
Vegas was
Not
on
still.
fire. It had Kevin Hart's there.
Oh, for real?
I mean, but you know, all the rappers had pool
Rappers
parties.
are
Everything.
there.
For real?
I mean, it's on fire. It's Labor Day weekend.
The little white
and it
bitches had
was-
on all their little dresses.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it was. I'm sure it was a lot of shit to do.
Okay.
But like you said, it was really just turnaround. You know, I
kinda
got up,
business.
did the.
And you was tied up probably with the bridal party.
Right.
And stuff,
So
you know,
I told him, he knew in advance that, hey, you on your own Friday day, you know, we're doing the bride stuff or what have you. So we had a good time. We had a good time. The wedding was nice, you know.
They got married
Vegas,
that night, Friday night.
Friday
Yeah.
night.
So
Where?
So
At
at
one of the chapels.
you know.
Kind of like what y'all did.
Right.
We were at a hotel. Like it was like, you know, they had the
Ours was
chapels where all
actually-
they do is the wedding ceremony.
Right.
and shit
That's
like
where theirs. They have different facilities. They're in different. Some are in casinos. Some are off
Okay,
strip.
yeah.
So theirs were off strip. So we, you know, the weddings are quick. Vegas weddings
Yeah.
are literally 15, 20 minutes.
And you out of there. Okay.
So we're out of
Only
there.
one
and
regret
then,
I had about ours, but go ahead.
Oh, we can talk about that. And then we just did the party bus. Drove
Yeah.
up and down the strip. Drank. It was real easy. We got
We was
drunk
already
off.
you was there
drinking.
too, or no? It was just the girls.
No, this was after the wedding.
This was
Oh,
after. We
okay.
just did like a brunch with all the girls.
Okay.
And then she had a bridal suite, so we just kind of set that up, you know,
Mm-hmm.
bridal like, and she got ready and then
And
headed
she
out.
came back to the room. We
And
got
I had to
dressed.
get ready. Literally, I was nonstop.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then the
You know,
next morning,
so-
we were gonna get up and do something, but shit, we ain't wake up till after checkout.
What time was checkout? I thought it
11.
was like 11.
Yeah, we didn't wake up. We ain't get out of bed till 11.
You ain't get out of bed till 11. I was like, it's
too.
time to get up. No, I was up.
Whatever. But yeah, so
But
it,
yeah.
it was cool. Quick. It was weird, man. We ate pizza the whole goddamn time.
Hey, this is the
Then,
cheapest stuff
well,
to
he
eat,
did.
though, shoot.
Then I had some different things.
But at least you
But
had
their
pizza twice.
The pizza is fucking delicious.
Yeah.
Let's just talk about how the pizza. But you know, we didn't really have time. They weren't doing dinner afterwards. You know, so
So then we went to the
I
secret
did want
pizza
some
kitchen,
Lolos.
and
though.
it wasn't much of a secret. That line
I
was
love
long
Lolo's
as
chicken and
fuck.
waffles.
Oh, it's so good.
How long was that line?
It was. We were in line a good 25 minutes before we got to order.
Hey,
I ain't been to
that's the
Vegas.
best I ever had.
I haven't been
chicken
to
and waffles.
Vegas.
Oh, Lolo's was fire.
I
Did you have the
been
fried
to
green
Vegas.
tomato?
No.
She.
I haven't been there in a minute,
No,
but the
I
last
didn't.
time I went, I did go to Wahlburgers.
Yeah.
It was fire.
See, you could have been there last year, but you chose not to come to the, you know what I'm saying? You missed out on the fun and festivities. type joint.
Wahlburgers was fire though. If anybody ever, if you haven't tried it, I recommend you try it. Anything that come in beef, you could get in turkey.
Hell nah. You know what's funny? So we talk about going out there. So I'm like, okay, I got a couple friends in Vegas. Let me link up with them during the day. Both of them gone.
For real?
One of them here. She come here this weekend. I'm like,
Ah,
motherfucker.
dang.
I'm like, damn.
My cousin live in Vegas. I am gonna plan a trip so I could go visit him.
That's my only thing I
Your
regret.
old boo live out there too.
Who?
Your old
Nice.
boo.
You know he live in Vegas.
This shit don't count.
I want to go back.
That was more than 10
I
years.
We need to go and kick it.
Look,
Yeah, that's my only regret when I came.
Not be obligated to doing.
Yeah, just go do what you want to do.
That's why I'm gonna go visit my cousin.
That's-
But let me preface what you said about Blaze.
Oh, no, I was just
If
joking.
it was over 10 years ago, that's not on my whole facts anymore.
I was just, yeah.
So it
I
falls
was
like
just
a credit
joking.
report after so many
This
years.
is
It
what
falls
I'm
fall off.
This is what I'm trying to tell you.
Look, her body count is 2. You know what I'm saying?
that-
I voted. Yeah.
That ain't
That
how that
did
work.
feel like-
Girls be trying to do that too.
Mm-hmm. Move the
You're talking to
goalpost.
If I don't even remember it,
Yeah.
it don't count.
But that was my only regret when I went to y'all wedding. I was mad because the day I remember I couldn't even go to the dinner because my flight I had to be.
Oh, yeah.
Did y'all
so I
have
didn't
that
even get
Frontier
it.
flight that leave like at 7 o'clock in the morning?
I don't think I flew from.
No, when we
We
went
flew
to Vegas,
Frontier.
we
I
flew
think I flew
Frontier,
We left
and
at
ours
2:28.
left like at 12 o'clock at night.
Now, I flew that one
Night,
before.
yeah.
I flew back
The
home.
one I think I had to be at the
Oh,
airport
yeah.
at like 4 in the morning. I forgot what. But anyway, they had a dinner afterwards, and I was like, I know me.
You gonna
Because
miss
of this drama, and I was like, I can't. So I just went back to the room and
man. Her parents missed their flight on their vacation last week.
for real,
real?
yeah,
Coming
so I'm
home.
like,
Yep.
Yeah, I already have my wedding planned out though. When I do get married, it's gonna be a destination wedding. I'm getting married in Vegas. I don't know. Chop's
So
gonna
check this
marry me. You gonna sing?
So check this
he's
out.
still not gonna introduce himself. He's just gonna get up there.
Exactly.
I'm be like,
Your
yep.
queen, and he goes to that.
Stand right there and walk off.
You gonna direct everything, make sure everybody where it's supposed to be in their places.
Hey, for real.
So you can't be playing. Well, I guess the wedding is your day. Don't make the mistake of getting too gung ho about the wedding. You got to, make sure you do the proper investment with whomever it's gonna be.
Yeah.
I've been in enough weddings and been around enough that's being planned, and
I be trying to.
the wedding itself, I would never spend a lot of money on. But my reception, I want it to be a party.
That's where the
Be
money.
a party.
The money is pretty much in the reception.
My sister's reception was lit. We had open bar. We had plenty of food. When the bar started running out of liquor, my brother-in-law friends went to the liquor store and bought more liquor. Like it was a party. Like we had a very, very good time. The wedding was nice, but I ain't gonna lie, I was in the wedding and it went.
It's
I didn't perform
20
ways. I tell
minutes.
people like y'all doing all this. This is going to be the quickest. It's more time preparing than actually the ceremony.
What you excited about?
Nothing.
But
Over there grinning and shit. Nah,
when I
I'm
do
sitting
get
right
married, though,
here.
I'ma definitely invest in like an open bar. That's gonna be that's probably gonna be where my money go. Open bar.
Okay. Yeah. That's where it go. So we were all speaking, but we going back to Vegas. We talking weddings, and so the first stop where you think would be party bus. I'm talking to them.
Okay.
Everybody get on the party bus. What's the first stop?
The first stop, we on the strip.
I mean, no, you're on the bus.
We get.
I
on
mean,
the
but
bus.
where you going first? It don't have. I mean, just what's your plan?
I'm going to the strip club.
You going? Well, all right. Well, they was like, let's hit the liquor store. So you gotta get the vibes going.
Oh, I thought liquor was already on the bus.
I'm saying we the only motherfuckers had liquor. I'm always prepared. That's why I had my shit. That's what I was getting
I
to.
thought everybody would.
Yeah.
I was just
But you
assuming
know, this-
liquor was already on the bus.
Because when we had
Okay.
went for Labor Day last year, they got it set up to where, which I like, even though I don't drink. When we had went for Labor Day last year, they got the
What is
car
this
service.
excitement? No.
I'm laughing at them.
No, you're not.
I am.
Take you to the liquor
We're
store as
having-
part of the car service, and they give you a free bottle of champagne and everything.
For real.
Yeah, so a lot of people try to do that too, where, and then the dude give you his card and be like, "Hey, anytime y'all want or whatever."
They be hustling.
whatever.
Wait,
Yeah.
it really wasn't no liquor on the bus though.
No, I mean, just depend. I don't think
They didn't have
most times.
the
I don't think
bride
they offer liquor on buses. You have to have it.
You
and
have
put it
to
on there.
have it and
That's
put
what
it
I
on
mean.
there.
Like it
So
wasn't already none on
I mean,
there.
they was
Think
having
about
wedding shit, and out of town, they wouldn't have a lot of
okay.
liquor. I'm just thinking
That's
the people, the attendees, should women have
Now,
their purses and come through with you.
Was it big like y'all's in Vegas? Like everybody end up coming, or this was a small?
It was like 35 people.
Okay,
was it that many?
man, y'all had
The chapel holds 30, And it was
Okay.
2, 3 to 5 people that were standing.
That's different for me because
I mean,
They had a lot of
I
people
come
that end
from a
up
family.
coming.
I come from a family that will have a bottle in their purse.
Yeah,
at
that's
the
me.
Damn
Okay.
repass.
Oh, that's me.
That's
Yeah.
how we operate.
So we had, they did it on the terrace, beautiful outside overlooking. It was on the street. And then it was hot as fuck. So they had a chapel. It's like, we're going to go through this door. And it was cool in there. I'm like, man, is this a real chapel? I was ready to drink out the bottle. In that motherfucker. I was talking to a best friend. I'm like,
Yeah, what was the
would
one?
I be all bad if I took a shot in here? Nah, but it wasn't a real
Was it in
chapel.
the hundreds?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
102.
it
was. Okay.
But it wasn't too bad because that black I had on was it was thicker than I thought, and I was cool. But it was definitely hot. It was
Okay.
definitely. But it was cool, man. You know.
Yeah.
I was distracted because it was this homeless couple that was fighting outside because we were off the strip.
When?
So you didn't see me kept looking over like, oh, and he was like, get out of fuck you, get out of here. And they were arguing
When?
back and forth, and I was wondering
On the bus?
no,
A
during
homeless
the
couple
wedding.
on the bus.
Oh yeah, I
Right.
did hear them.
And I'm like, I wonder if they can pick this up in the audio. And
see-
I'm like, oh my God. And then by the end of it, they cuddled up on the corner. So I was like, this is hilarious.
Speaking of audio, the only regret I had is I thought the package came with streaming, and they wouldn't let us change it. I was pissed. That's the only regret that I have. Not reading that totally or whatever. So,
Yeah, they had it, man.
I mean, other than that, regret marrying somebody ugly. You know, like
Well,
I
now-
would
It's gonna be
have.
small. We're just gonna go to
You know you ugly.
Man, I'm saying it was all people.
Not,
I said,
but you know what? We didn't invite
When you
anybody.
have
People
people
started
that-
coming, and then we started
when
telling
you have
people.
people that love you like that, it's never going to be small.
Yeah. So
People actually like y'all.
Then they had the segregated wedding. The light skinned people was on one. Light skinned people on the other side.
My
Man.
entire family is virtually nice.
yeah, for it used to crack me up because like we were friends, and I'd be like, "Your whole family light skin. They having family
family
functions."
light
Like the
skin,
first get
whole
together, he came to
family.
was like, so everybody's really light skinned
Man.
in your family. I was like,
Look,
yeah.
I'm the darkest nigga here.
Guys, yeah, like everybody, you know, you got the because you got some people that be light skinned, they be like ugly, but the whole family is attractive. Like
Yeah, they got a
everybody,
handsome family. They got an
they got
attractive
a
family.
nice looking family. I say, look at this.
Hilarious.
And you know what? They
That's
cool
crazy.
as shit. I really fuck with her family, man. And I mean, it's just a bonus. I mean, if I didn't, that wouldn't affect us. But like they niggas, like the dudes, because these niggas we kick it with. You know, they straight up, they real.
Parker
They don't be
brother
on no
was
bull.
cool.
Oh man, his
Yeah.
brother. Oh,
His
God,
brother
man,
was
shout out to
cool.
Stretch.
Father.
Let
Oh,
me
his
tell
daddy?
y'all,
Oh,
for
man.
Parker, we at RSB and lyrics. We waited in
I heard.
line.
Yeah, I heard you.
I know
You
live-
helped them skip.
Let me tell you. So we in line, right?
Who was we?
It's me and my cousin and her husband.
Okay.
So we in line, and one time when we do have guests on the podcast, I'm gonna bring my cousin on here. Y'all will love her. Anyway,
We need another woman's opinion.
So,
How is she? Wait, before you go on, how is she?
Vivian. How old is she?
How is she?
Oh, she cool as hell.
I mean, in terms of her opinions and takes, do y'all think alike? Do y'all think different? Is she more outgoing? Is she?
She is more outgoing than me, and she's a little bit more opinionated.
We need her. Okay, go ahead. So that's what I was asking. But go ahead.
Yeah, but yeah, y'all love her, and she's very much so like if she thinks she's right, she will argue her point. However, she's very open to other people's opinion. Like she ain't one of the people that like, no, you're wrong, Colonel Sanders. That's not her.
Okay.
But anyway, we had RSB and lyrics, right? So we had rolled around for a minute just trying to find a park space. So finally we was like, forget it, we're just gonna park across the street on the Foundry lot. No, I think where was RB? Was it at the Foundry?
It was at the Armory.
Yeah, we parked at the Foundry lot. So, well, whatever, one of them. Anyway, so we get over there. Now we know the line is long, but we was more so like, we ain't got shit else to do. We gonna get in the line because everybody was in line together.
Yeah, I
And
didn't like
luckily,
that.
we ended up being in line with some we ended up being in line with some cool people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you're in line with cool people, it
makes
makes
it
the
better.
time go by
Makes it
faster.
better. Mhm.
And it was one of them things too where we already had that mindset that we gonna be in this motherfucker for a minute.
So you know what? I was coming later, so I was like, that shit gonna die down.
It
And
did
then I
not.
was talking to Larry the whole time, so he didn't think I was coming. So I pulled up, but I parked the IKEA and I was just gonna come around.
We parked right across the street from my kids.
Yeah, so When he was like, "Oh, he had been there 30 minutes and he still had another 30 or 40." I'm like, "Nah, this ain't my
Look,
movie."
Tony said he got there at 5:45.
Please.
He said it was a line at 7:00. Like you was not gonna avoid the line.
Yeah,
it was just no way.
Scott came up, say him or somebody was waiting like 2 hours. I'm like, "Fam, that ain't
Yeah,
my
I
bag."
can't
Then
do
Sunday,
it,
I found
man.
out I could have skipped the line. I
So,
knew somebody working the event.
We waited in the line or whatever, and by this point, from where we started it, we like halfway there now. Cause we started, we was like down and around the corner, everything. And we seen people like getting out of line or whatever, but we was just more so like we ain't got nothing else to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's like literally what our mind frame. We ain't got nothing else to do. It ain't raining, like it ain't no reason. So we stand out there. So now we like halfway. Parker calls me and he like, "Hey, where?" He was like, y'all there?" I'm like, "Yeah, we in line." He tells me, "Man, I was about to go home. Everybody else went home." He naming off people like
Kid went home. Yeah.
So went home. I said, "No, we ain't going home because we in it." Because by this point, we've already been in line now probably about 30, 45 minutes. So we like, bro, I'm not finna stand here 45 minutes and then be like, "Oh, yeah." We was like,
I'm committed.
Got stuck.
Yeah.
So he was like, "Okay, I guess I'm gonna come back." So I'm like, "Well, come on, like you could get in line with us, right?" So by the time he probably get in line with us, we done moved up even further.
About 20
now.
minutes then.
Yeah. So now we like by the time he got with us, we was only in line like 20 minutes. He walked up. Now first, I'm on the phone with him and I'm telling him because he like, "Where you at?" I'm like, "Parker, I'm standing in the I'm standing in the street like I'm looking at you."
So they weren't fucking with him about jumping? Because that's Larry thought the papers were gonna have.
Everybody was
like,
jumping.
he thought because he was like, "Oh, they ain't letting him." I was like, "Well, shit, they ain't finna come over."
Everybody was jumping. If you saw somebody you know in line, if you don't get your ass in line with that just be stupid. So I'm on the phone with him and I'm like, I'm looking at him. This is what's making this shit even funnier. I'm literally looking at him and I'm like, "Parker,
see you.
I'm right here. Turn around." This nigga completely he don't just turn around. He makes a full circle.
Yeah, he ain't do the 180. He did a 360.
He just
Who raised you?
Oh my god!
I said, "Nigga, what? Turn around."
Yeah.
He turned around.
That nigga thought he was modeling. He was like, turn around on your ass.
He turned around. He like, "Oh," I said, "What the fuck's wrong with my friend?" So now we in line together, right? You know, we making jokes or whatever. He talks to me, "Hey, you saved my life. I wasn't gonna be able to do it. I wasn't gonna do it." And then he talks about how he had to get home to get Carter.
Oh,
So by this point, it's like I had timed it. I said we probably gonna get in there like around 9:45, 10 o'clock. That's what I was telling myself when we got in line. We actually ended up getting in there. We got in there. It was like right at almost 10 o'clock.
Oh,
right?
dang.
So we get in there, and you know, we thinking because the line is so long
It's gonna be
outside that
packed.
this mug finna be stupid
And
packed.
I heard that.
The mug is so fucking big.
Yeah,
in there.
it's big.
Yeah, like I hate people that do that. Like fucking move the line along.
I heard because it was only
So,
one
no.
person
So let me
that
tell
was
you
checking or
But
something.
like, no,
what
this
made the
event.
line take longer, which it made me appreciate it more because I knew I was safe. Everybody got checked. It don't
They should
matter
have enough
who
cigars.
you would. Now they
Yeah.
should have had. Now what they should have did is opened all the entrances and had security at every entrance. They
Yes.
would have made it go faster. However, I do appreciate everybody got winded. If you had a bag, it don't fucking matter what kind of bag it was. It could have been this little thing.
It could have been
right
my
here.
candy corn bag. I feel you.
You was getting like you was getting checked. It was like no way around it. So you knew once you got in there, like you was gonna be set. Cause you know you done been to some little black establishments or whatever where they check a few people and then they be like, "All right, bro, you go ahead and go. That's my partner." No, we like everybody was literally getting checked. So then when we get in there, the vibe it was cool vibes. It was very laid back. Project Pat performed. He was cool, and it was nothing where. It was a lot of people in there, but you didn't feel like it was a lot of people in there because it was so big. Like you literally felt like you had room to like move around. They had all the bars open, so the line wasn't long for the bar. The only complaint was the food line was long as hell. Like my cousin and them had ordered food, and it was over at 12. At 12:15, we was like still waiting on their food. You know what I'm saying? But what did happen was a lot of people had left without their food, so all the food that was left, they just put it on the counter, and you could take it or whatever. But the event itself, where they had it, it was nice. They probably just should have did a better
job. Of getting
I don't
people
think
in.
they were prepared for the amount of people.
But I don't know why, because from what I understand, this event always has the same issues with lines, so they should fucking know, and it shouldn't be a part of their fucking marketing
You know what,
to
though?
hold the line long.
The
They
last
should be
one
trying
I
to
went to,
get people
it
through.
was some before COVID. It was at Shafis,
yeah.
and I didn't wait in line
You
because
did?
they had all the entrances open.
I heard the lines were long in, and that was kind of like the theme for their event. Like, fuck all that.
I don't. Well, maybe I was late because I couldn't find nowhere to park.
Oh,
but
okay.
I didn't wait in. I didn't have to wait in line for like a long time.
That's
Didn't
what's
know
up.
we did wait in this line for a long time, but like I said, we was just more so like, what else do you have to do?
I ain't get out of the car. When he told me that shit, I was like, man, I ain't finna waste this outfit.
Yeah, we talked about
I'm
that.
wearing that motherfucker
He
to the
came back
comedy
through the door.
show.
I thought it was my door. I was like, dude, what
I
is you doing
I was
home?
reading your post
That
while
man
I
left.
was literally
He
reading her
literally
post
spun
while
the
I
block.
was in line.
Yeah.
Literally, that's what he did.
I'm in line reading.
I was fresh as a motherfucker. I'm like, I was too fresh to stand in the line. I was like,
I'm in line
I would be
reading
doing
her
myself
post.
a disservice waiting in line for 2 hours looking at the flies I did that day.
So
Like,
look,
I need to go to the door.
We get in there. This Parker says, I'm finna go to the bathroom. I'll be back. I didn't see him no more the rest of the night.
That's that nigga there. He be gone.
So then I see
He went
Tony.
home?
No,
Nah, he was just kicking
he
it.
was just gone. But then
Mingling.
he did have to leave early though.
Okay.
So then I see Tony. I see
Larry out there.
Daryl. See Terrell. Now mind you, me and Tony was looking for Terrell. We walking behind Terrell for a good 10 minutes. Tony say, look at this nigga. Just walking around all fucking aimlessly. He don't even know we behind him.
Hey, shit, nigga. I was like, I'm finna go. I'm a pop show niggas. Nope. Guess it wasn't time. The
Right.
streets wasn't ready. The streets wasn't ready, man.
The streets gonna be ready tonight because you about to go kick it tonight, right? No.
Hey, man, you know.
That's what you.
Finna put that shit on and go out for a second.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna wear. We can't go out through the garage. I got shit everywhere in there. I've been trying shit on all day.
For real.
Yeah, trying to figure something to
Are
throw
you one of
on.
the people that try on all the outfits and then don't put nothing back?
Oh, no, I put it
I'm
back.
one of them.
No, I put it
I'm
back.
definitely one of them.
I put it back.
Tomorrow.
You a goddamn lie. And I'm surprised you unpacked last night. I'm proud of you. Because I'm going to unpack as soon as I walk in the house
Yeah,
type
me
of
too.
nigga.
Yeah.
I don't do that. My suitcase will be at the door for like 3-4
Oh
days.
nah, immediately I'm
But yeah,
unpacking everything.
It's kind of hard to figure out what I'm
I'll
going
go
with.
unpack when I need something out the bag.
Nah,
And that's
nah. Everything getting out.
Yeah, it's got to. Got to go on ahead and do what you got to do. She be killing me. No, I ain't fucking with that. But yesterday she went out and did it. I was like, wow.
I got homework to do.
Look at you.
When I get home.
He called dibs on the first shower. I was like, well, shit, I can't get in the bed. Might as well do something.
Right.
So
Hey, there you go.
that's what it happened.
That's what it is.
It sounds
man.
like we haven't seen this. I feel like I ain't seen y'all in so long.
Right.
I know it seems like it's
a
been
minute.
longer than a month. To be
It's been a
honest.
minute. I just seen him Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then
I'm gonna come with the 2.0 one day.
Oh, okay. That's for everybody. A few motherfuckers that ain't been out in a while hit me like, "Where you at?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I'm out of town. I'll be back next Thursday."
It's Thursday.
If
I
I don't
like,
come
say,
to
I don't like making
2.0
announcements because I don't want motherfuckers to not come. I still want them to enjoy it, and I want them to make money up there because it's my partner. You know what I mean?
If I don't come to 2.0, I'm gonna stop by L's.
cool.
Both of those days I don't have class.
Right.
So what I be trying to do is, y'all, I'm trying to be on top of my game. I have math on Monday and Wednesday. I do my homework literally for that class as soon as class is over.
Okay.
Then my English class is online. Part of her assignments be due Thursday and then the other part Sunday.
Mhm.
So the part that's due Thursday, I normally do it Tuesday. Or I start on it Monday, Tuesday, whatever, turn it in.
Okay.
And then my computer class homework, his assignments be longer, but for the most part, they be easy. It's all on the computer.
Mhm.
So I normally start on them like Thursday and then get everything turned in by Sunday. But this
School.
assignment that
Well,
I
I would-
got,
if
I'm
I ever had-
halfway done.
I
School
would never
scares
go
me.
back to school.
Man.
I would. Boy, just listen to you. Never.
You'll
Never.
never-
Let me
I would never,
Let me tell
ever
ya,
go back to school.
One thing that I've learned for anybody that's listening out there, if you have kids that plan on going to college and they be like, I want to take a break, encourage them not to take that break.
Yeah.
Because you
I
will
would say
find
so.
every excuse in the world.
Oh, I did.
Not to go. Because that's what I didn't take a break, but I did stop going. I went, then I stopped going, and I never went back. And now I could say, like, I don't think I'm a stupid person by any means. However,
I think I am.
However, I can say now that like when I was younger, I would grasp things just like this.
Yeah.
Like it would soak in. Now that I'm older, I be finding myself like getting frustrated because I'm not getting it as fast as I think I should.
I'm mentally
I be
lazy.
having to
Me
walk.
too.
I be having to close my computer and walk away because I be getting mad. Like, what am I getting this wrong? Like, it's just not making sense to me. So I'll go walk away, come back like the next day, and then boom, it's like I got it.
That's
But
what's up.
I was talking to my brother-in-law because we're going to school at the same time.
Okay.
And he was like, bro, you got to stop getting frustrated with yourself. He was like, nigga, you learning some shit you don't know. He was like, you don't know how to build computer programs?
Yeah.
He was like, you not supposed to know this. He was like, you never taken a computer programming class, so why are you getting mad that you don't know how to do the computer class?
Look at me. I ain't never really had to use a computer ever. I got a degree in computer networking. I ain't never used it.
Really?
I don't know how to do spreadsheets. I don't never had to.
How did you get a degree? This
That's a whole
nigga's a scam on
Yeah,
it.
that was like
I feel like
I
you
graduated
stole
like
it.
that's like 03, and then ever
This
since
nigga
then,
like
I
that-
worked at FedEx. Don't need a computer.
See?
I cut hair. I don't need a computer. I don't anything I do
This
is on the
nigga
phone.
like that doctor on
Like all
Cam
that.
Newton show.
Yeah.
But you know what, though?
I don't know.
I do appreciate doing this because I mean, like, if you look around, everything we do is like computer based. Like, even if you yourself don't work on computers, if you go to the doctor, all your shit is in the computer.
Right.
We got the computers for this podcast. You know what I'm saying? Everything is like computer based. So it's like I appreciate it, but I know, like,
The closest I was
If
gonna
I
go to
was-
school was something like that.
I feel like if I was younger,
I could.
I know I would pick it up faster. But now, like, I used to never have to study when I was in school. Like, I just had the shit, take tests, get an A, B, whatever on the test, I'm cool. Now, I actually have to study.
But see, you probably the same like me. Y'all jobs. Can't remember the last time I had to just sit.
Yeah, but I'm
Just
always.
sit.
I am tech
I work on the
savvy.
computer all day.
That's what I'm
I am
saying.
tech
I
savvy,
ain't-
but not no writing code, none of that type of shit. Because it's
That's what
so
I'm
many.
learning.
I
That's
know.
what
So
I'm
like all
struggling
them
with.
numbers and shit that fucks my mind up because
Mhm.
I really the ADD shit is real. I just never
You know
technically
what?
been diagnosed, but my attention span is.
I didn't think I had ADD at all, but it'd be some day like, okay, I'm doing a homework assignment and I had to write this code.
Mhm.
I in my mind, I just knew I was writing the code right, but I was only getting half the answer right because the computer give you the answer right away when you answer. I'm getting so frustrated. Like, it literally, when it comes to computer programming, literally the difference between a period and a semicolon will make the program not
Right, the
work.
program's got to be. I remember that. Yeah.
That's y'all. When
Y'all
I tell
couldn't
y'all,
pay me.
I was sitting in my computer about to cry the other day. Like, what the? Why is this not working? So I closed the computer, took a break, came back 2 days later, typed this shit in, it popped right up, and it all was because instead of a semicolon, I had a colon. I
Me
was about to die.
Me and Cece's biggest arguments be over the computer because the real estate, you got to go on the computer. I never have to use the computer. She'd be like, Tyrone, go on the computer and do this. I'd be like, how do I do that? Hit this. I'm like, huh? And she'd be super mad, but I was like, I never have to reuse one. She's like, I cannot believe you don't know how to. I'm like, I don't.
What you want me to say?
Yeah, like,
And look, and I be this why I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna need y'all help because I've only been in school now 2 weeks, but I've had some days like on my computer class where I've gotten so frustrated, I literally be telling myself like, I can't do this. Like, that's literally what I be telling myself, and I be like, it's like if y'all could hear the conversation I be having in my head, I sound like a crazy person. Cause on one side of my head, it'd be telling me like, "Oh, this ain't for you. You too old. Quit. Nope, you ain't finna get it." Then the other side of my head is like, "You gotta prove this bitch wrong, cause they don't know what they're talking about." But it was like the other day, y'all. I was so frustrated. I was like, I can't do it. That's all I kept telling myself. I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I called my brother-in-law. He was like, "Nigga, you can do it." Just take a break.
See me?
He talks to go smoke something.
That's how T.Y. talks to me. Like, nigga, you can do it.
And the next time he in town, if he's here next time when we record, I want to bring him on. His perspective on life and just how he thinks, like how he moves, how he takes care of his family and everything is absolutely amazing to me.
That's what's
amazing. But yeah, his answer, he was like, you getting frustrated? What you getting frustrated for? It's just a computer program. Go smoke something. You be all right.
It's just a computer program. I've been jumped off a bridge from this shit.
Man.
I'm afraid of school.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of it.
Never. I'm sorry. I'm just be stupid.
You're not stupid.
No, I'm saying
You're not stupid. I just keep telling myself, I better have to convince myself that, I'm shooting for like A or whatever. Now my mind frame is, girl, just learn the shit. Like, just learn it. Like, don't shoot for it. You want to 100% all that shoot. Just get a grasp of it. I'll be fine.
Yeah, so don't be too hard on yourself. That's basically what it is. I know I would be hard on myself, so it sounds better. It's easier said than done, basically. That shit, it's just hearing you go through school.
Pause,
give me
bro.
anxiety. Huh?
Pause.
What I say?
Be hard on myself.
Pause, yeah, pause.
Sure, mine's out the gutter.
Straight up. Yeah, pause.
Y'all stupid.
I know.
Hey, man. This is what it is, man. Chops.
Yes, sir.
Remember we was talking the other day about playing your role. I know you wanted to talk about that. I know we about to close, but I just kind of wanted to bring that up so we could talk about it.
Look, help me out though. Like,
so
I want you to hear.
We were talking about us witnessing the success of other content creators due to their surroundings buying into what it is that they're doing and everybody playing their role to help the bigger picture versus having a bunch of people around you that want the spotlight.
Right.
And you can take it when you want, but I think it was important because we it's one of the things I talk about all the time anyway. I hate that there's no collective effort that I can see around, even just around here in this city, just noticing other movements, other creatives and shit like that. I don't understand why everybody want to be the star. There's so many ways to make money. There's so many ways to be creative. There's so many ways to make a bigger vision come together that'll ultimately help you in the end. But everybody want to be the star.
So what we mean by this being everybody wants to be on the podcast, but nobody want to be like, you know what? I could do the lights.
Yeah.
I could do the editing. I could do the camera. Everybody just wants to do this.
Right.
But then when you see other people like Desi Banks, how is he getting all them skits out like that? Because everybody know they role. Nobody's trying to be him, the main person. It's like, because in order to have them skits be that good and come out that fast, everybody gotta be.
You gotta have a team.
Hey, look, we finna do this. Okay, I'm gonna do this. It ain't no. There's no lag in the cord. It's like everybody like. So we was talking about this before. I'm like, man, if I want to do a skit, it should be okay. Everybody just come together. This the idea of the skit. Okay, I'm gonna do this part. You do that part instead of not me and you, but just saying we arguing over who gonna say the main lines. Like, nah, man, like. So it'd be frustrating when I be seeing, a lot of other people, them teams, because like some people like I'm great at lighting, you know what I'm saying, and they know how to that way. Because I always look at it like with you, I just know my place, bro. I always keep saying this. I know you don't care, but I'm like, I ain't computer savvy. I'm tech savvy, and I don't like to mess stuff up. But imagine if you didn't have to do all this.
Man, nigga,
you get what I'm saying?
Nigga,
and you could
I
just
try to find somebody every day of my life.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You could just stick to the part that you know that you're great at, and you could trust somebody to do the editing. Okay, here, we recorded, and we can all leave her, and you ain't got to, you know what I'm saying? Like, we move on with our life, but I know you still got to I gotta listen to it. I gotta make sure it work.
Yeah,
I
it's a
gotta
lot
do
of
this.
it.
Just imagine if you had a team.
I'm used to it now, though. But
Well,
I
still,
would
though.
definitely
Yeah.
appreciate
Yeah.
somebody that, man, if you are listening and you got a skill set, let's combine skill sets and get this shit together. Like I told you the other day, man, let me know what you need in terms of the content and the skits, this stuff that you're doing, man. Because, like I said, I guess one of the...
We don't want to be the star.
That's the thing. That's
one
of the things. I know how to be a supporting
cast.
Yeah, I can be a very supportive player.
Yeah.
Because I don't have an ego I don't have an ego pretty much at all. So if I see some way that I can help somebody do what they do, I don't think that it diminishes or takes anything away from me. Whereas other people, they see the shit and they figure like, man, I don't want to be nigga. Man, that nigga ain't bad to me. Or this person ain't like nigga, you want to do this, but you're really great at this. If you put all that energy into this, that can make this better. And overall, it make it better for all of us. But I don't understand why that mentality isn't adopted more.
Why you think so many people ain't successful in their marriage or relationships? Because they don't know their role. They fighting over... Why y'all fighting over finances and you know she great at finances?
That
bro,
to work as a team.
Let her do it.
I think
you get what I'm saying. What do you?
That's true though. Like my brother-in-law, my sister, they sell cars. My sister don't know shit about fixing cars, none of that. But she know how. She's very good with the money, like how to invest it. My brother-in-law could sell a car. This nigga could sell water to the ocean. Like he know how to like sell some shit, like how to move some shit out, whatever. So they know like they strong things.
That's the thing.
Everybody don't know that.
Everybody I find strength in my weaknesses. That's what it is. I know the shit that I'm really good at, and I would like to. As good as I am at a lot of shit, if I could focus on just the shit that I know I'm really great at, then I know I'm untouchable.
Yeah.
I saw that post you made too about somebody looking for somebody that's good at TikTok.
Oh yeah, just somebody
you need
to
a
run
teenager.
TikTok. Yeah,
you need a teenager.
Yeah, it's hard to find. I've been asking my little cousins, like, you got a friend? And
my daughter could do it. She's just not her. Like she's not.
She wouldn't need to be here, but
I know she's not going to invest the time in it like that just because she's not her.
I need a teenager, but a teenager that do the shit. Has proven that they done it and know like the formula, how the algorithm, or you know, just okay. Well, now this is working.
Yeah, now that they went viral on her and everything.
Oh, that's what's
up. What she doing? She just the thing about her is why I said because she not here is because she's gone viral on her and everything, but she don't care about it.
Fuck.
No, but
she's so nonchalant.
My daughter is very is she
whatever.
I don't care.
It's so cool though because I like people like that.
Like now it's like she just don't care. She's be like, yeah, I went viral, whatever. Like she went viral and then never made another TikTok after that for like 4-5 months. Like she just don't care.
And then you got the other people who go viral and they trying to repeat it.
Yeah.
Just, you know what I'm saying? He's like, dang.
She like she more so like been there, done it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And like you said, that's the thing about me in general. Like I ain't got to be the star. I don't care about none of that. I just like good product
I don't mind
of
being
whatever
in the
it is.
I don't mind being in the background.
Because that's how I kind of started on here. I was just like, hey, bro, whatever you need me to do, just let me know. Like,
make it happen, man.
Yeah,
so that's the plan, man. From now on, man. Figure out what the fuck y'all good at and figure out how you can take what you're good at and help somebody else be good at something so y'all can all be great together. That's
enough to go around for everybody.
It's enough money out here for everybody.
Well, that is where enough money, enough attention, enough resources. You just got to learn how to combine resources, and that's just outside of us. If I can give anybody any advice, just do that shit because there's so much that takes being successful in anything or whatever it is, it takes a lot of pieces. I mean, whether it's one product or whatever the fuck, you still gotta, you need the assembly line, but you need this person to do this, you need this person. It's always positions that can be filled that
I think like people that's on the outside looking in that don't really have the background of knowing how stuff work, all they see is like I use Beyonce for an example.
Mm-hmm.
You go to a Beyonce concert, all you see is Beyonce. Like that's all you care about.
You don't see all
But you're
the
not
behind the
seeing
scenes.
the
500
dude, the
people.
person that put these lights together, the person that put these sounds together, the choreographer.
It's a
You know what I'm
lot.
saying? If it wasn't for
Sound.
these specific people in these certain positions, it wouldn't be no Beyonce.
That's it, man.
But everybody want to be Beyonce.
But that's everybody want to be Beyonce.
Yeah, everybody want to be. Especially here in
You
St.
can
Louis.
pop your shit. Oh, I'm the light guy for Beyonce. There you go.
Yeah.
Now you can
Yeah.
say that,
Mm-hmm.
and you could be that nigga in that industry. You could be the Beyonce of that industry because you
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But everybody ain't got to be the star. A lot of times, really, the reason I'd start doing R&B and fucking with shit because people weren't doing what I needed them to do with the music I was making for them. I didn't want to be a star.
Mhm.
I didn't want to be an artist. I just wanted to create music and get paid from it.
Yeah.
But it's like, fuck it, I ain't doing it. Okay, let me do it.
Yeah.
So it's just, I don't know. But now it's intentional. So we on the way up now. So I want to be now.
Okay.
So it shall be. So we working to figure it all out every day. I am like tirelessly, even when motherfuckers don't know. I'm still kind of conjure up shit and figure what's what and playing scenarios out in my head, figuring shit to try, doing research. The shit don't stop. It don't stop.
I know we need to plan a day where we all gonna hang out.
Nah, we didn't hung out. You just ain't been available.
Y'all don't invite
You
me.
just don't be around because we be out. We'd have been out.
They don't invite me. I can show you my phone. They ain't invited me to nothing. They ain't invited me
we
to
gonna invite you.
nothing.
Now we're gonna do a haunted house or a haunted hayride or something.
I'll do a
That'd be
haunted
fun.
house.
I definitely do
I
that.
definitely
That'd be
do a
fun.
haunted house.
That'd be fun.
Or what's the thing when you ride around
bar cycle.
or bar cycling or something like
Yeah,
that?
I do that.
Damn, let's go.
As the season changes,
Yeah.
Yep.
get
Season
outside, do some
changes.
things.
So get up this morning, changing decor.
I just want the
To her
world to
fall
know.
shit.
Well,
I
you know,
want the
couldn't
world
wait.
to know they be hanging out and
She don't be fucking
Bean
around.
says no. That's
Bean
why.
ain't fucking with it.
Yeah, she ain't messing with us.
No, they don't want to invite me because I'm a girl.
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly what it. How does that make you feel?
Right.
Does it
Trigger.
trigger you?
Right.
No, man, it's been good hanging out with y'all, man. And I thank y'all for tuning in. We do this shit every first Friday every month. No Face, Bean, Chops, and me. If you don't know my name,
Figure it
You're
out.
lost.
figure it out. I ain't nobody.
This has been another in-house media recording.